just left Ocracoke Campground. Had a great stay there. Made some new friends. You know, I don't think I'm short of words or something like that, but absolutely wonderful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we're cruising up Ocracoke Island to get on another ferry that'll take us to Hatteras. Molasses Creek. It's beautiful country out here, guys. So this trip so far has been amazing. My camping portion of the trip is over. What I'm going to be doing is staying in a hotel a couple nights. More sights to see, but kind of limited on campgrounds up here, and I'm looking forward to, let's say, a better shower and lots of seafood. So I appreciate you riding along with me. This is what it's all about. Let's get out, do something different. I can tell you I'm in my happy place. Sunrise this morning was gorgeous. One for the record books for sure. Sand on pavement. Okay. Wildlife crossing. Well, this is interesting. Road gets covered over with sand due to the rising tide from a hurricane. They're constantly building this barrier. I don't know if you can see it. I stood up. I don't know if you can see it. The beach is right there. There it is. What is that? What do you see those signs? Soft shoulder? Yeah, no doubt. It's about as soft as you're going to get. Up here. This might be the ferry. Time again. There's a bird up there at the top of the mast. I think he's actually the captain, man. Pretty noisy too. Anyway, thought I'd send this to you, maybe make you smile, brother. Check that out. That's the inlet. Waves look cool. I'd like to be out there surfing. I might have to try that again someday.
Charleston, North Carolina. I stayed at the Swell Hotel. It's a great little place. It's a renovated, old style motor hotel, and great people that work there. They're very responsive. They're wonderful. It's a clean hotel. It's right across the street from a wonderful seafood restaurant. Thank you again, Laura, for your hospitality.
You know, it's so pretty out here. I'm so glad I made this trip. A campground. That's interesting. You know, this thing was moved, and you know, it's absolutely beautiful. It is so cool the way they painted it. It is amazing. It's about the size of a 12-story building. Absolutely crazy. It's closed to go up in the stairs. I can't do it right now, but this is a nice area. And there's the groundskeeper museum. Really cool. Keep the light burning. The Cape Hatteras station is a place where duty, home, and family became one. The principal keeper and his family lived in the smaller house built in 1871, and 2 assistant keepers and their family lived in a duplex built in 1954. These self-sufficient families tended gardens, raised chickens and hogs, and gathered rainwater in cisterns for washing and drinking. Maintaining the light was the most important work. Keeper trimmed wicks, fueled the lamp, cleaned the glass, and protected the lenses. From 1803 to 1939, 83 keepers worked diligently to keep the light burning. A matter of life or death for sailors at seas. Here's all the North Carolina shipwrecks. It's insane if you look at it. You can't see on this video, but there is so many shipwrecks off the coast.
I don't know if you grabbed anything yet. No, I don't. Oh, the booklet. Oh, you do already? You have a booklet on it? I grabbed it over. Oh, okay. At the other station. Oh, okay.
Every one of those little dots with writing is a shipwreck. Wow. Men of the Outer Banks joined the United States Lifesaving Service. They ventured out in surf boats and raging storms to rescue the shipwrecked. Heroism was the standard. It took our courage to launch an open boat into the seas that were destroying ships. Talk about some serious balls. On December 22nd, 1884, the crew of the Cape Hatteras Lifesaving Station performed one of the most heroic feats in the history of the US Lifesaving Service. Under the leadership of Keeper Benjamin B. Daly, that's his picture, the lifesavers rescued the 9 men aboard the shipwrecked barkentine Ephraim Williams. Each lifesaver was awarded a gold lifesaving medal, like the one displayed here, for their heroic actions. The official report on the rescue states that no greater act of heroism had ever been recorded than that of Daly and his crew. These poor, plain men, dwellers upon the lonely sands of Hatteras, took their lives in their hands and at the most imminent risk crossed the most tumultuous sea that any boat within the memory of living men had ever attempted on that bleak coast. You know, a lot of people think they're tough nowadays, but I'll tell you what, I ain't got shit on these guys. The surfman's life was one of practice with constant boat drills and other rescue exercises. The routine was punctuated by rescuing the shipwrecked. They also regularly patrolled the beaches between stations looking for ships in distress and survivors washed ashore. Even these patrols sometimes turned into heroic rescues.
War, striking back for the Republic. The Civil War began on the Outer Banks when the Union successfully assaulted the Confederate defenses. This was the first amphibious operation of the war and one of the first Union victories. The rebel fortifications had been hastily built and poorly armed. The victory allowed the Union to control Pamlico and Albemarle Sounds, which threatened the security of North Carolina and the Confederacy. These cannonballs were retrieved at the base of the original lighthouse, presumably they are from the bombardment which preceded landing troops on Hatteras Island. Wow, cool. Yeah, right in front here's where the lighthouse used to stand. It was built to withstand hurricanes, but the encroaching sea, the retreat of the shoreline. And there's where we're at right here. So we're not that far away. It's literally right over there. The shoreline kept disappearing, so once that happens, of course, the base of the lighthouse is going to be unstable. So, just interesting, and they had to move it. They saved it, which is pretty awesome. Talk about some amazing engineering. But yeah, this is the original site. Oh yeah, by the way, if you swim out here, a lot of rip currents. That's what this is about. I can't tell you, it's no better way to get around in this area than on DR 650. It's amazing.
I think I've almost got my seat concept seat broken. Check the block on that one, over the Hatteras Bridge. Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. I don't know if it's this area, but around here, the dock is where they film a lot of the Wicked Tuna, that show. The guys from North Carolina, they're out here. Hatteras Bridge. I was kind of intimidated by that sucker, but it really wasn't bad at all. I figured there'd be a lot more wind up on top of that sucker because it's so elevated, but it was actually less wind. Again, I guess that shows you how much I know, huh? The dock is purring along, baby. The mighty fucking DR 650. Want a round the world adventure bike? Yeah, right here, right here. That was the original plan. Might still happen, but I'll take what I can get. Another good thing about these trips, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Don't make it a military operation when it's with time hacks and you got to be here at this time and that time. You got to stand up a bit. Again, I don't think my seat's completely broken in. Another advantage of a dual sport / adventure bike. Give your ass a little bit of a stretch. Maybe there's a magic seat out there, I don't know. Or maybe I just have a skinny ass, I don't know. Call that booty maintenance, I guess, huh?
The current Body Lighthouse is the third that has stood in the vicinity of Body Island on the Outer Banks in North Carolina and was built in 1872. It stands 156 feet tall and is located on the Roanoke Sound side of the first island that is part of the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. The lighthouse is just south of Nag's Head, a few miles before Oregon Inlet. It was renovated in August 2009 to March 2013 and was made climbable to the public. There are 214 steps that spiral to the top. The 170-foot structure is one of only a dozen remaining tall brick tower lighthouses in the United States, and one of the few with an original first-order Fresnel lens to cast its light. I was unable to actually go up into the lighthouse on this trip because there was such a long line, and I had some other things that I was going to be doing, but it's really a beautiful thing to behold.